welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a little bit of a mukbang, but like not really because it's not that exciting. It's like chicken and broccoli, so yay. So we haven't talked in a while. I had a broadcast class and focus. Yep, you see me. So that's why even after the gym my face still looks like this. Yeah, I will do a little haul, but I got some stuff. I got a new concealer from NARS because I got paler this winter and I can't use my old one, so I got a new color. So that's exciting. And so today in my class we have this thing called broadcast class where we put on a broadcast, and there are different positions in the broadcast, obviously, like producer or reporter crews, which go out and film a video, or you know, a sportscaster or an entertainment host. And today, oh, and anchors, of course. And today I was the sportscaster. Do I know anything about sports, you ask? Because originally I was supposed to be producer, but I had a lot of stuff on my plate this week. And for the same class, I had a feature, which is like a longer form video, news video about a fashion show that I had to edit. So it was really stressful, and I didn't want to put both things on my plate because in a producer role there's a lot of stuff you gotta do. You gotta find story pitches, you gotta have everything together, you gotta plan everything, gotta contact everyone. Like, I had no time. So I switched with Laura, thank God for you, and I was reporting on sports. I have never in my life like actively watched a sports game on TV, like out of my own free will. Like, I've never ever done that. So like I wouldn't even know, well, I didn't even know the first thing to begin with. So I was like, okay, I'll take this on. And like going in, I was like, oh my gosh, God, you're gonna have to help me because I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't even know the jargon that they use. I don't even know who these people are. I don't even know what a play is. Like, I don't know. So I was really concerned, but I just basically was like, since we're based in Toronto, I'm just gonna go for all the Toronto teams and see what they're doing. So I searched up the Raptors. They lost a game, I believe, and so talked about them losing. The Maple Leafs lost against the Vancouver Canucks, and one of the team players was like really upset. And then the Blue Jays are in spring training season. This is all information I got from my friend Stephanie. She really came through. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. She just told me a bunch of stories. I was like, yes, thank you. And also I went on ESPN, Sportsnet, things like that. So as I was saying, they're in their spring season, but they're still playing. I don't understand what spring training season, but you're playing against teams you're basically doing games. I don't understand why it's training. Oh, I guess because it's not like the national playoffs, or I don't even know. Anyway, so they're doing spring training and they won against the New York Yankees. Cool. And then two smaller pieces of news, or bigger actually. So in US basketball, for the Los Angeles, I said Los Angeles really weird too. Like, do I say Los Angeles or Los Angeles? Because I've heard them both ways. So I was like, the Los Angeles Lakers, but I'm pretty sure it's Los Angeles Lakers. Anyway, so we all know LeBron James. He got 31, he scored 31 hoops in his last basketball team, even though they actually lost. But basketball game, sorry, oh my gosh, see these words, too hard. So he scored 31 points the last basketball game between the Lakers and the Houston Nuggets, I think. And 31 points in a game is like, he beat Michael Jordan's score, which makes him like the 4th top all-time scorer in the NBA. So it's a big thing. And then some writer, Dan Jenkin. Yeah, Dan Jenkin died at the age of 89. He was like a golf writer, which I guess my dad probably knows, but yeah. So that's what I reported on. Super fun. Honestly, putting it together with all the watching some of the game highlights and like putting the footage together was fun. I didn't mind it. I would not want to do it in the future for a career, for sure, but yeah, it was fun. A lot of jargon. I was just like, a lot of the times that, you know, like the hosts of the shows are like speaking over the clips that you watch, and like a lot of the things that they were saying, I was like, was that English? I have no idea what you just said. So that was cool. And I was watching like past vlogs, and I remember like thinking to myself, like, yo, I don't even chew. Like, even though my last name is Chew, I just like swallow things. So like, I hope when I watch this back, I'm like, oh my gosh, Sarah, you chew too much. Like, that would be a blessing. So we'll see. In other news, went to the gym today. That was fun, as normal. Was doing some strength workouts, and then the ab part, I was so tired. I did like a half-butt job at it. I was just like, ugh, sure. And then going out of the gym, like, but by this time I know like a bunch of the people there, like by sight. I don't actually know them. I don't talk to them that much, to be honest, but I know some of their names. And one of these guys never talks to me. I've never said hi to him in my life. He's never said hi to me. Like, walking in, not even a glance. Like, I've just never talked to this guy. But today, maybe because of this, like all this, because usually I go in looking gross, but today he said hello, or like he said have a good weekend or something as I was leaving, and I was like, okay, you too. But and like inside I'm like, are you kidding me? Just because I look like this? Like, you never say that to me when I look like the opposite of this. So like, I thought it was really shallow. I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe he was just trying to be nice, but like, I didn't hear him, like, I was in the gym, right? I didn't hear him say that to anyone else at any point. So I don't, you know, it's let me know what you guys think below. Do you think that's shady? I didn't like it. You know what, if you're gonna say hello to everyone at any point, whatever they look like. You know, who cares about all this anyway? That's the tea, sis. What else? Catching you up in my life. Went to dessert the other day with friends. That was fun. I got to try vegan ice cream. So it's like made out of like coconut milk. And I ordered this one thinking that it was like, it was gonna be made of coconut milk, but it was gonna taste like chocolate. It didn't taste like chocolate at all. It was just a bunch of coconut milk, like wham, coconut. So that was interesting. And then, but the waffle cone, it was like freshly made. So good. Like, I would just go back for the waffle cone. So good. And then, what else happened? And my sister, I'm gonna call her out. She said she was gonna come home and she was gonna watch K-dramas with me. It's 8:39. She ate home. I'm in her spot right now, actually, where she should be sitting. But she ate home, so that's rude. I haven't told you guys at all what happened at Fluid Conference. But I don't know if this is a video to do so. I can talk about how I drove myself. The drive was like an hour, which is amazing because the timing of the conference was like, it started really early and it ended really, not that late, but like late. So you were never in rush hour when you were driving there. So it was great. Instead of taking an hour and a half, it took an hour. And it wasn't a bad drive. I just put on my podcasts. I already told you guys my favorite ones. Girls Night, The Heart of Dating, Jamie Lee Grace. Yeah, Jamie Lee Grace podcast. Those are the best. And just drove. It was real chill. Had to use a few highways to get there. Kind of scary when you think about, oh my gosh, if you just do this improperly, you could die. But like, it was pretty chill. God was with me. Went to the conference by myself, alone. Didn't know anyone. Well, I didn't know that I knew anyone there. I didn't have any friends going with me. Didn't know if any friends were going to be there. No one from church. But I was just like, you know what, God? Let's just see who you bring to me as friends. I'm a pretty friendly person in general, so. Well, I really think that you put me into any situation, I can make a friend. That's just like one of the giftings God has given me. It's just how I am as a 7. If you guys know the Enneagram. Oh my gosh, that's something else we need to talk about. Okay. Okay, so back to Fluid. So I didn't know anyone there. But I went in, sat like in the 3rd or 4th row. And they did this really cool thing. They gave us like a bucket and drumsticks. Like we each got drumsticks. I still have them. I don't know what to do with them at this point because I don't own drums, but I have them. And then at one point, like the guy on stage brought out a huge drum and he started drumming. He was like, follow me. And then we all started doing it too on our little buckets, and it was so funny, but it was so fun. And I really think that churches should do that more often. I think that was a really fun thing to do. The main session passed, and after there's like a break. And during the break, I went to go look at some of the booths. There's also like this meditation prayer room, which is like quiet place where you can meditate and just, yeah, pray. And so I went in there for a little while, and that was nice. And after that, I went to look at the booths. Because like any conference, Christian conferences also have booths. So people selling Christian books, or there are other like a lot of how do I say, camping sites, like retreat areas. They have a lot of booths offering like summer camps, whatever, or like volunteer opportunities. So I decided to go look. And I go up to this one called Worship Together, I think. And I worship. I'm a worship leader. So I was like, yes, I'm gonna go see what this is about. So I started talking to this nice girl. And so she tells me what it's about, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool, like I totally want to join. And she's like, okay, great, da da da. And at the end of the conversation, she's like, by the way, I love your makeup. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Did you know I have a sty and I'm trying to cover it up? And so that led us to talk about her makeup. She pulls out like the palette she's using. I'm like, oh my gosh, cool. So now we're friends on Instagram. I'm gonna be friends in real life. Okay. So that was my first friend. And then went back to the main session, sat alone, but it was chill. Because when you're with Jesus, you know, all the seats are filled. You know what I'm saying? At lunchtime, I had brought my lunch. So it was just a matter of finding somewhere to sit. And so in that area, there was like a, how do I explain this? Like a banquette. And then tables and then chairs. And I decided to sit at the end of one. there are these two girls sitting there, and there was like an extra space here, so I just took that extra space and I was like, hey, is anyone sitting here? And they're like, no. And so I just sat there and then opened my food and started eating. I didn't like try to like make conversation because I was just like hungry. So I didn't know if they knew each other or not, but then one of the girls asked the other girl like, hey, are you Korean? And I heard Korean and I was like, sorry, that's my favorite topic to talk about. And so yeah, they started talking about that, and then I just jumped in and I was like talking to them about like, oh, have you been to Korea? Oh my gosh, I love Korea, like so much. She's Korean. And I was like super happy. And then we just talked about, you know, things like BTS or whatever, and then they asked me, what are you? And I'm like, oh, and then I listed the whole string of ethnicities I am. And then we just started talking, and then they tell me like where they're from, and they actually live in a city close to mine. And even though we are all of different ages, like we just meshed really well, and we just got to have some awesome conversation. And then we opened up about some deep stuff too, about what God's been doing, what he saved us from, and like, yo, it got deep. And it was just over lunch, and I was like, whoa, God, this is so cool, you're leading these people to me. So yeah, 2 more friends to my collection. And so that passes, and then it's on to labs or like workshops. And so workshops, like, it's more focused. So for example, the worship team, there was like a worship workshop about the tensions that we face as worship leaders. And so I went to that one, made some friends in that one, added them on Instagram. It just happened. And then leaving the lab, I met someone else that I knew from a Christian group on campus. And so that was cool. And also saw a viewer. Hi, if you're watching this, nice to meet you. And then I was walking to the second lab, and as I'm walking, I hear Sarah, and I look, and it's one of my old childhood friends. And I was like, oh, hi. And I was really happy to see a familiar, like more familiar face, you know. And so I was like, oh my gosh, hi. And then caught up with him and his friends, and got to meet all these new people. And then we all went to the labs together. The second lab was okay. And yeah, I just got to chill. And then afterwards, we hung out. Like, I made a lot of new friends that way. Like, what can I say? It just happened. So like by the end of the conference, I ended up with like enough friends to fit like 2 hands, I think. So what is the lesson in that, you ask? Nothing. Just that you're never alone when you got Jesus. You know, even if I didn't make all those friends, I would have still been okay, because like the conference was still fun. I just took in a bunch of information. It was a blast. It was fine. What else did I learn? What I learned, find out in the next video. Woo 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 woo. This video is actually really long, so I gotta cut it here. Sorry, I didn't really mean to make the cliffhanger, but it happened anyway. So hope you guys have a great day. I am now finished and have trash to throw out, and I also need to shower because I mean, I'm a mess. So yeah, I hope you guys have a blessed day. Hope you're making friends wherever you are, and if you don't have friends, pray for them, and God will definitely lead them to you. But also open up your eyes, open up your heart, open up your mouth, and get talking and make some friends. Okay, you gotta open your mouth to do that. And yeah, hope you guys are having a great day. Have great meals. Love God, love yourself, love others. Okay, bye.